So today I'm creating an intro for my videos and I wanted to share it with you guys. I was already going through it and I chose some clips and I made some clips which I'm going to show you. But then I realized before I started editing it and putting it together, why don't I just document it and show how I did it. So if it turned out halfway decent, you just saw the intro and I'm going to show you how I did it. So I'm going to show you the first clip I'm working with, and it's just me just twirling a drumstick, and I'm going to show you how that goes. Now the first clip, I thought maybe I could do like a twirling drumstick. As the drumstick is coming over, the letters appear, and those letters are describing what the channel is about very briefly. It took me about maybe 2 to 3 minutes to keep twirling the stick and see if I can get something right, but let's see the clip that I chose here. Now the next clip is just me talking to the camera, showing how I do my tutorials. Pretty basic. Now for the last scene, I was thinking I could grab the guitar from one end of the frame on a stand and drag it, and as it crosses the frame, it could reveal the logo. So this is what I got for that. Cool. Again, this is going to be a short intro, very quick. So I really did have to edit the slow motion one and find the right spot so it didn't drag on so long. So let's put these in order, overlap them just a little bit. And you know, I'm thinking I'm gonna share my screen here and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so as you can see here, I am overlapping them here. So this is the drumstick one, this is the talking head one, talking to the camera, and this is the dragging across the screen guitar neck thing. It's a little long, so I'm going to try and make it a little shorter. Drag that on top. So let's see what that looks like. So boom. That drags on just a tiny bit. I want to do it right where I drop the stick. I don't need any more than that. And I don't want the intro to be too long, because if it drags on, people are going to click off the video and not watch it. So I'm just chopping off that and talking head and grab the guitar swipe, and right there, I don't need much more after that. Just trimming the fat. Go back to the beginning, play it again. Boom, boom, boom. Drop the stick, talking head, and snap up. See, just dragged on just a little longer than it needed to. I felt it right there. Just needed to shorten up just a little bit. All right. Now mark this so I can see where I'm at. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna clip it here. Try that again. So here's the beginning. Boom, boom, boom. Drop the stick, reveal, and boom. Okay, so that's, the pacing is really good. I like it. And the end of this, I want to fade it out. And what I want to do is fade out the scene right here. And as it's fading out, the logo stays on a black background, but that fades out. So that can stay. I can leave that tail end because I'm going to end up chopping it off in my other program. I'm going to show you the other program I use. So good. I like it. So now we just make the song. Now a big reason why I wanted to do this video too is because I want to show how I make songs underneath my videos, and this is a really good time to do that because it's just a short video to show you how I do that. Now some of you might know the YouTuber Peter McKinnon. He started a photography channel, amazing photographer, and his intros are stellar, amazing. Short, brief, engaging, I love them. Now I want to see if I can find something in the vein of that style. I don't want to copy him, but I do want to make something that's kind of like that. Now the music under his intros are super bluesy, use a slide guitar, super cool, a lot of attitude, and I want to do something like that but make it a little bit more metal, a little bit more heavy. So I need a metal slide for that, and I do have one somewhere. So now I'm going to start writing my song underneath that within my DAW, my DAW. So what I'm going to do is drag this to the length of the video. So now we have about 9 seconds to work with here. So I'm going to start by using the archetype nollie. I did drop the gain on that. I did add a drive pedal in front of that. And that sounds like this. Crunchy, not too heavy. Now the next one, I think I want to change it from nollie. Now I did copy and paste that to a second guitar that's going to be played on the right side. And I'm going to change that one to a different amp. What that's going to do is going to help separate the tones, and when I drag it left and right, you're going to hear a difference. I'm doing a bit crunchy, so I'm going to go cleany. Okay, got a nice crunchy tone there right out the gates. So I'm going to open with the drums, maybe like a little fill here, bum, bum. So I'm hearing like a tom fill here, tom and snare, bum, bum. Because it's going to be slightly bluesy, I'm probably going to use some ride. So I'm making that drum beat here. I'm going to change that fill there. So we'll hear this drums and watch this screen. Cool. Yeah, okay. So this is interesting because I'm just realizing I'm starting with the drums first before, and I think it's because I know where I want I know what I want the song to feel like. 99.9% of the time I don't do this. Now the times that I do start with drums, sometimes it throws me off and I can't come up with a rhythm. And that's because I'm trying to force a rhythm into the drums. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna be using a drum key as a slide. It's probably the best thing I have right now. And right now I'm just noodling around and seeing what I can come up with. That could work, it could work. Okay, a little delay and reverb to that, and I think we're good. I almost forgot the bass guitar. I'm going to print it. So the next thing I do after I render the video is I upload it to Google Drive and then I download it onto my tablet, because in there I have an app called InShot, and it's very easy to work with. It's actually faster than my computer running DaVinci Resolve, so I like to use this instead and just feel like it's a little more streamlined and I'm able to render it in 4K. Works great. Alright, so from here I find the video and I download it. So once it's downloaded, I go into InShot, go ahead and open that, and here we go. We got that video. Alright, that's what we have to work with. Let's see what we can do. So because I know what I want to do, I'm going to actually find the spot. So right there, I want to start revealing a word. But I'm going to put that word right where that symbol is. That symbol in the back, I'm going to put music composition, change the font, match the vibe of that song. So if I can't find the font that conveys professionalism and attitude at the same time, I will lean on the side of professional. But that's just me. So we're going to try this one, and then again, I can always change it, but so see how that stick's going to twirl down. So what I want to do is have that stick completely cover that word. See how it's not covering it? So I'm going to go like this, right about here where that dark spot is. And as it comes down, it's going to reveal music composition and then take it away. Boom. So as the stick comes down, it's going to reveal those words. And then right there, I think I might conceal those words as the stick comes back around. So we're going to try and do that with keyframes. So in order to do a text reveal in InShot, we have to create a new blank video, write the text on top. So we're going to do music composition. I think I'm going to change the font to something a little more professional looking. I tend to gravitate more towards that one. I want to make it as big as possible because I'm going to dial it down in the video. So I want it to be as crisp as possible right now. Cool. I'm going to extend that just so I know I have more to work with. So I'm going to extend that text to be 5 seconds long, so I know I have a lot to work with. Save that. Boom. Start a new video. Open up my intro. So importing my video into InShot, here it is. Got music and everything. Cool. Alright, so I want the letters to appear right there, but first I need to import. I'm going to go to Picture in Picture, so PIP. And then I'm going to import the music composition 5 second at the top left. Boom, and there it is. I'm going to hit Blend, then I'm going to hit Lighten as the first option there, after normal anyway. And then resize it to be the size of the stick. So as the stick comes down, it completely reveals that. So how do you do that? Okay, so we tap on the imported clip, make sure that's selected. Now we hit mask it there in the middle. Okay, so now we're going to grab the first option there, and then we're going to drag this to match. And we're going to use our fingers here to twist that line. Now we're going to add a keyframe there. So we're going to add a keyframe there. So that's that little triangle in the top right corner. I'm going to zoom in, so I'm going to pinch, but pinch out. To every single frame, we're going to reveal a little bit more. So you see how the words disappeared? And they're still there, but it's going to be revealed as the stick comes down. So what we're going to do now is go to the next frame over. Cool. So it's going to be really small increments, okay? So see how it changed the angle? So we're going to change that angle again to the angle of the stick. Now here's a gradient. We don't want the gradient. See how I can pull that down? It's going to reveal it just a little bit. I don't want that. I want it to be a nice, clean reveal. Go to the next frame over. This has been a while since I've done this, but I'm realizing every time you need to make an adjustment, it's going to add a keyframe. So once you've added the first keyframe, it looks like it's going to keep adding keyframes. You don't have to keep pressing the triangle. So let's go to the next frame over. Make sure it is, okay, cool. So you see how that stick went just a little bit more. Now that's the next frame, so we're going to add a mask there. Change it to the angle there. You see how as I pull down, it's going to reveal. So after every frame, it's going to reveal a little bit more. So now I'm going to hit OK. Go to the next frame down. Make sure it's a little increment. So just make sure you're paying attention to the screen on top. There, boom. So that one, I'm going to add another, hit mask again. Pull it down. And it's starting to reveal our letters. But you know what? I'm going to reveal it after the stick, not before the stick. Okay, so boom, right there. We're starting to see letters. And then we're going to go to the next frame. Watch for that stick. Watch for that stick. And it goes, see how it went down? So right there, we're going to add another mask after the stick passes. So not before the stick, but after the stick. Hit OK. Next frame. Boom. Hit mask again. Match the stick angle. So really, if you notice, I'm not hitting the stick angle at the back end of the stick. And I'm not quite hitting the angle at the front end of the stick. But what matters most is that those letters are being revealed. That's what matters the most. So don't worry if the tail end isn't getting masked directly on that angle, perfectly on that angle. Next frame, mask, twist to the angle just to make sure that we're good. Oh, I think I pulled the gradient. No. Twist the angle again. And it looks like our letters are clear from there, so we don't need to add any more. So look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. There it is. Okay, let's see what that looks like. And right there, so you see how it passed again? Going to, right there, I'm going to conceal the letters. Okay, so right there, I'm going to start adding masks. So let's go here, add a mask, twist, conceal. Let's see if that does ruin it. It might. Yeah, it did. Okay, so a couple of things. What I'm going to have to do is split it. Split that. Okay. So if you want to delete a keyframe, hit the minus at the top left, so the triangle again. So if you hit it, the plus sign, it adds one. If you hit it again, it takes it off. But you have to hover over it with your line there in the middle. So we still have music composition, hasn't moved anywhere, good. I'm going to drag that across, so right about there. So this is the duplicated. So I have one that's going to be revealed, and because I duplicated it, it looks like it's all the same letter. It's not, it's actually a second. It's a duplicate, and right here I'm going to conceal right there. Okay, so hit the mask. We're going to twist that mask here, but you see how it concealed? So now what I'm going to do is invert it. And I think you can invert it on the top, left, double arrows going each way. Boom, there it is. So instead of revealing, it's going to conceal. Hit the OK button, move to the next frame. Boom, right there. Gonna hit mask again. Twist that to the angle, more or less. And it's going to start to conceal it. And we do the same process. Next frame, mask. Match the angle of the stick, hit OK, next frame, and that's going to be the total concealment of that letter. That doesn't really matter at this point because it's already all concealed. So there we go. Boom. Okay, so from the beginning, let's see what it looks like. Okay, so you see that? right there. We don't want that. I'm gonna see what's going on here. Look, okay, so there it is, the keyframe. See that? I'm gonna minus that keyframe. Boom, that's what it was. Okay, that's what it was. So there's a keyframe in there I had to delete. I didn't see it, it's at the end of it. Boom. All right, there we go. So it had been a while since I've done keyframes, so I'm kind of rediscovering this. Okay, next one. Move on to that. Maybe like words coming out from the side of the camera. Recording technique. So what I'm going to do is save this as a draft, create a new video from blank, hit OK at the bottom corner. Let's make it 5 seconds long. Let's make it longer because it's going to be a reveal. I don't know how long it's going to take. We're going to go, so we hit text. Should be capsule of font still, but let's go recording. Make it nice and big. So I'm going to drag that text all the way to the end of that clip. So we got 10 seconds to work with. We're going to hit OK on the right corner. Going to hit save. Go back to the home. Open up the video again, 14-second video. It's going to be this one, I think. And then we're going to find the spot where we want to do a picture-in-picture. And it's going to be right about there. So we're going to hit picture-in-picture. We're going to hit blue picture-in-picture on the left. Recording 11 seconds, and then I want it to be maybe about that size. We'll see. We're going to let it reveal. We're going to make it swipe from right to left. We're going to hit blend, lighten, hit OK, and now we're going to add keyframes. So right about there I want it to end. So I'm going to split that, hit split, and hit delete. So now we have just that little bit to work with. It's going to start there. Well, maybe I can start right here. We don't need it that far back. Right about there. All right, so we're going to start adding keyframes. I'm going to add a keyframe here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to make that smaller. Make that letter smaller. And I want it to be over a dark spot. You see how if I go in the light spot, it's kind of hard to read. I'm going to make it come in the dark spot right there. So darkish spot anyway. Recording and then go away. So we're going to go all the way to where I want it to reveal. We'll go to the middle there. So you see I'm in the middle there. Okay. So I'm going to pull this. So I think I have an idea. I'm going to pull this all the way here where I want it to be. So boom, boom. And then at the end, I want it to disappear. So I'm going to go boom and drag it as straight as I can across the screen out. Okay. So boom. But I want it to stay for a sec. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want that recording letter to stop there instead of going back right away. So what I'm going to do is split it, extend it. See how it stopped? Because that keyframe over here on this end is not pulling it back. So because I duplicated it and then I extended it, it stayed. Now it should go back from there. So, and it looks like it starts going back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is zoom in as much as I can. That transition's nice and smooth. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Okay, it's good, but it needs to stay a little longer and maybe even go a little faster. That was too slow. So see how it says ease right at the very end? I'm going to hit ease. So it's going to ease those keyframes. So I want it to go slow at the beginning, fast at the end. So I'm going to choose let's choose the fifth one. See what that looks like. It's going to come out fast, stop and hang out there. Boom, and then back. And that's what we want for this other one. So we're going to ease that one. Slow and then fast. We do the fifth one over. So hit the fifth one. Boom. All right. So cool. See what that looks like. Fast and fast out. Cool. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do masks. So we're going to mask and reveal. Boom. We're going to mask this. Let it reveal when it comes out. Let's see if this works. It looks like the angle of that is different. I'm going to match the angle of where I want it to reveal. So right there. So I'm using two different keyframes here. I'm going to see if it works. I don't know if it's going to. Oh, see what it did there? Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, let's do this one. We're going to go mask. Okay, so let's do this one. We're going to go mask. We're going to match the angle. See how I'm going the little diagonals? Because this right here is diagonal. Okay, so it's going to reveal from there. I didn't like that. See that? See the G's coming out of thin air. I don't like that. Oh, okay. see what's going on. So as I'm coming over, it's twisting. So I want it to stay diagonal the entire time. I think those keyframes that I already added are affecting it. That's what's going on. So right there, I'm going to go to that keyframe, go to mask, and there it is again. So that's what's going on. The keyframes that I already added are affecting it. So I need to tell InShot that at each keyframe, I want that angle to look, there it is, to have that angle. So right there at that keyframe, go to mask, there's the angle. Go to the next keyframe, go to mask again, and there's the angle again because I fixed it. So if it's going crazy on you, you don't know why, it looks like that's the reason. So what I'm going to do here is right here on this duplicate, there's a keyframe there. So now I got to go to mask, make sure that angle's good, good. Go to the next keyframe, hit mask again, you see how it went back. So now we're going to change that angle again and then back there, and that should take care of it. And then let's see what that looks like. Okay, so a couple of things. That recording, I actually don't like the way it's coming down at a diagonal anymore. So what I'm going to do is bring it down just a little bit. Boom. So it looks like it goes back pretty straight. Good. It's pretty good. Let me see if I can try a different ease and see if that works better. So let's try the 6th one over. Cool, 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 cool. All right, so next one, I'm going to reveal my logo right here as the guitar swipes by the screen. So first thing I need to do is pull that logo into, so I'm going to go photo, because it's not a video, it was a photo I made, it was an image I made in Canva. So I'm going to pull that in, I'm going to blend it, so I'm going to blend that, hit the first option, lighten, boom. And it should reveal, right there we're going to start to reveal. So right there we're going to hit mask, hit the, I don't know, it's kind of an interesting shape. So we're going to try, I'm going to try the circle. I'm going to try the circle. Because see how the guitar shape is more of a circle? Oh shoot, don't tell me it won't let me. I'm going to have to work with that. For some reason it won't let me go farther than that, but that's okay. Boom, okay, cool, cool, cool. And hit okay. So add a keyframe there. And then we're going to hit the next frame. Boom, hit mask again. Edit this angle of that because that looks like the angle changes of that guitar. And I'm going to need to use a gradient here. See how that is going on? See the blur there? So I'm going to need to blur. It can't be a sharp one, unfortunately. It would be cool, but it's not. So I'm going to blur that with the gradient at the bottom. So I'm just dragging the gradient at the bottom. See that? So I'm going to reveal it, try and look like it's being revealed with the blur of that guitar. Next frame, mask. So it looks like the shape of that guitar is changing just a little bit. So you see that? See the top part? I almost missed that. Top part wasn't being revealed so well. Oh, it looks like I can change the angle. Cool. That helps a lot. Okay, so less gradient. I think I want it to be a little sharper than that, just a little. And then next frame over, boom, mask, reveal, less of a gradient. Okay, cool. Now just pay attention to the lines and where it's meeting up with the guitar. Next frame, and that should be all the way revealed. Should be. Let's see. Open that mask. All right, and it's gonna stay there. Now, what I wanna do is fade out the clip, but I want to have a blank screen. So I'm going to add a blank screen. So right where I want to fade out, boom, whoop, I didn't like that. See that? You see that? Okay, so we need to add a keyframe there. Go back to picture in picture, tap on that. Now what I'm going to do, so we go to the exact frame where we want it to still be concealed in the timeline, and then go ahead and conceal it with our mask. And then you see there it's still showing. So we want to hover over that frame again and go back into masks right there. The frame before, it's got to go frame before it's supposed to start revealing, and then pinch that mask so now it disappears. So disappear, disappear, and then reveals. Disappear and reveals. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we want to do that fade out. So we add a blank screen. So we go to the plus at the left-hand side, add a blank screen, and now it's pasted in there. So now what we want to do is want to hit that little apostrophe looking thing right there, tap on that, hit the first fade button, adjust the amount of time. So now it fades into that. Okay, it's fading a little too quick. So what I'm going to do is extend the video part so the fade out happens later. Okay, but as I did that, I realized that it pushed the MWM logo out. So I gotta pull that, I gotta drag it back. So whenever you do stuff like that, it's best to add your fade out where you want your video to fade out before you add lettering, masks, logos, and things like that. So I actually learned something here. But because I'm able to adjust it, I just dragged it back and found the spot. You see there, I'm dragging and finding the spot, and there it is, right where it's supposed to be. So I just had to drag it back and slide it back because I made the adjustment and I pushed that logo out. So there you go. Let's go ahead and play it from the beginning. Reveal and hide. Reveal and hide and reveal. Cool. So there you have it. There's my intro video. That's how I make my music underneath my videos. I export them, put them into InShot, and I feel like it's very streamlined, helps me to get these videos pumped out as fast as possible. I hope you learned something. I know I did. So yeah, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.